Welcome back to Steam-Powered Scoundrels, a Malifaux podcast. Episode 93, Vacuum-Packed Palpatine. And welcome back to Steam-Powered Scoundrels, the one singular episode where we don't have a cold open. It's technically a continuation of the last one, so...
It's true.
Yes.
The sequel.
So it's a part 2, so we don't necessarily need a cold open, but also we're starting a bit late, so...
It's my fault. I'm the problem.
We all are the problem, comrade.
True.
So I don't think we went over this last time, so might as well do it now. Hey, Good Things Happen is happening again.
Yeah.
Yay!
This is year 4?
Well,
Yeah, 4th year.
Yep.
Good on us. Exact same place as last year, exact same schedule as last year. So Saturday is going to be the Cutthroat event. Friday is going to be the Cutthroat event. Saturday during the day is going to be the standard tournament. Saturday night, we'll go ahead and go to, was it World Brew?
Global Brew.
Okay, Global Brew. And do some 4th edition Bonanza Brawl.
Woo!
And then Sunday will either just be a group dinner or we'll finish up the tournament depending on how many people show up. So we will be posting the links to the Ko-fi. We're still going to be collecting donations through the Ko-fi. If you want to do something like through your employer that has some kind of matching thing, just give us evidence of that and we'll put it towards a pod. But we're going to have stretch goals again this year as well. So we'll get those published out soon as well. Am I missing anything, gentle folks?
Just that I learned my lesson, and whatever make Roman do a silly thing level will be more expensive this year.
Okay. I think the other big change outside of actually having the rules for Bonanza Brawl is that we are just going to do a set amount of money for each person in Cutthroat, like the actual Cutthroat Kitchen game it's based on, just because donations per people got out of hand last year. And some folks just had an absurd amount of money to a point where it wasn't there any sort of risk to put a bunch of money on shit. I may still allow people to use their own cash once they run out of the fun money or whatever during the event. But also, I don't think it was super driving donations. I don't think people were like, oh, I wasn't going to donate, but then I could put this towards Cutthroat.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So we'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll bring it back next year, but we're not going to try it with just Monopoly money or something. Okay, what were we doing? Oh shit.
We're talking about
Podcast.
We were talking about models that were moving keywords or moving factions or losing, going versatile or leaving versatile and all that stuff, and trying to have a lore bend to it as much as possible. But especially me kept forgetting that rule and complaining about losing all my toys.
It's fine.
I'm kind of sorry. Teeny tiny bit sorry, a little bit sorry. But let's start with Explorers this time. We went through half the factions last time, so if you weren't present for that, we went over the Outcasts, the Neverborn, the Arcanists, and the Guild. So we've got the other ones, which should be a little bit shorter because it includes the Explorers, but Explorers stole a lot of stuff. Technically, a good amount of this list is just Bygone and Wastrel.
Yeah.
But okay, let's just start at the top.
I'm pretty sure
Wastrel.
when rich explorers steal stuff, it's referred to as procurement. I think that's the preferred term.
Good old British Museum
Buyout.
bullshit.
Yeah, British Museum. Well, that's fitting for McCabe.
Hey, it's McCabe. Okay, so McCabe went full Explorers. So that would include McCabe and scrolling down. Desperate LaRoe, Sadir, Ruffians, Hucksters, Luna. But yeah, is anyone at all surprised by this? I certainly am fucking not.
No.
Nah, yeah.
He's been running from one troubled boss to the other, and he finally got away from Thunder. There's no way in hell was he going back there, even if Gretchen's not necessarily better.
The question is, who will his next troubled boss be?
Yeah.
Here's hoping it's Bayou.
That would be hilarious. Also, not from a wanting to play it in faction perspective, but I would be okay with some lore of him having to put up with Damien telling him to go do stuff. he would give that man so much shit, and Damien would not know what to do with it. He's like, people don't talk to me that way.
Oh, also, in the same bend, Rough Riders, no longer Frontier, only Wastrel.
Damn it.
Which Doug has feelings about.
Okay, so no, just staying back on the base Wastrel stuff. This is honestly, I feel like the only reason he was dual faction is because they didn't want to come up with a new master for 10 Thunders. But once Explorers came out, he really should have just been Explorers.
Probably, but
yeah.
But yeah, no, it does seem like they appreciate him at least a little bit. They put up with him more.
I'm waiting for Gretchen to sink the claws in at some point.
No, don't leave him alone. He's fine. he juiced the old man.
Trauma.
Yeah,
I'll defend this man from a dying breath because he killed Leviticus. He more or less facilitated the removal of Leviticus, so he is the hero of Malifaux.
He started the juicer.
He started. Okay, Rough Riders. Yeah, what?
So my theory on this is that it's almost entirely based on the fact that they're in the Nightmare box with Rollins.
Oh, and also they're in the non-Nightmare. They're in the box with the Cryptologist, which is
so it's
I agree with you. And
yeah, they should be with Bass, but packaging reasons.
Yeah, both from I think thematically at this point, thematically they could go either way. Mechanically, I feel like Bass's keyword would appreciate them more. Like, not that they're bad in McCabe, but I don't think he needs them.
I would okay. Understanding the packaging has to be the way it is. Keep the dual keyword.
Or that.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, if you look at their card, there's nothing in there that's super specific to Wastrel anyways. And there's some mobility that, honestly, Frontier got a lot slower in the edition switch.
I think the core of that is these are going to be in the McCabe 2 core box, because if they're with the Cryptos, that's his totem.
Yeah.
But, again, I also would prefer to see these in Frontier, especially because the Frontier should have horse people.
Yeah. You would think,
as a rule, whereas like the Tomb Delvers could probably get away with just having the one horse guy.
Yeah, he rode the horse with everyone on it to the tomb and is now delving.
He's got the special horse. He got it in Skyrim. It's the only one that can actually like just climb vertical surfaces.
It has infinite carry capacity. It can fast travel.
But yeah, outside of just mechanics and Frontier being small. You look at these models and you tell me that they're with the treasure hunting people, but not the people set out in like the Wild West theme. Yeah, I think it's hard to explain it in a lore capacity, which is what we're trying to get to here.
Yeah.
Thoughts on the Wastrels at all, Vic? Are you just happy to see me complain?
I know nothing about most of the Explorers, so...
Fair enough.
Sure. So we're just going to see you agree with everything I have to say.
Maybe? I don't know.
Okay. Kiri, right.
Yes, the Awa.
The Awa. I could have seen them going either way. I think it was just a numbers thing.
Yeah.
Certainly, they only have interacted in the lore with Explorers, so that's also one for them. But also, like, reading their lore, they're still just very, very suspicious of everyone and don't trust the Explorers either. So I hope nothing bad happens to them, but I feel like something bad's going to happen to them.
Yeah, I feel like there's more likelihood that they continue to interact with the Explorer Society as opposed to interacting with anyone in the Outcasts, realistically speaking. That'd be interesting, but just from the flow of the story, it feels like they're going to stick with, it feels like it'd be weird for them to suddenly pivot into, all right, we're done.
Yeah, the uneasy, I already know you. Yeah, the uneasy, I came to this party with you, I already know you, I don't know anyone else here kind of vibe.
Yeah, they're your awkward introvert friend. Certainly none of us.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's not my life at all.
Keyword of autists. Oh, now I got to play them again. I have not touched them since third. Okay, let's bold those. again, just something I don't think we're too upset on. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Especially since folks have to pick sides. Forget where my control key is. I'm on a new laptop, so everything's new to me. Okay, those are the keywords that, mucked about. So let's go to the stuff that was actually stolen from other people. Starting with the Kurgan. Yeah,
Not surprised.
not at all surprised.
Not
It was
not
Go ahead.
surprised, no. Especially because the Zoraita's keyword is still fuck huge.
Yeah.
However, I am sad to see that the happy swamp pile boy had to be, go one way or the other in the divorce.
I hope Zoraida gets to visit him on weekends.
Yeah. Bring him a new bird.
Yeah. Arm off.
Well, actually, Swamp Fiend is normal sized.
Oh, right, because a lot of their stuff turned into versatiles.
Yeah,
I
all
forgot
the
about that.
Silurids. All the
Yeah.
Silurids turned versatile.
Yep, I see 14 as a result, and I don't know if any of those are like mechanical. Actually,
Still.
I was going to go over that later, but I've talked a little bit about numbers in keywords, and sometimes something seems like it's really small, but numerically it's not, and there's probably a better phrase for it, but I'm just going to refer to them as hiring models and mechanical models, and I'm mostly concerned with hiring models.
That's fair.
Mechanical models are stuff that you almost are never actually paying for, but show
Summons,
up on the
peons,
table.
etc.
Yeah.
So something like experimental, which we'll get to, has an okay number of models, but like 3 of those are the same model, and then I don't think you're hiring little gassers at all. So
Probably not. No.
but just a bit of information I want to bring up because I talk about this a decent amount. But continuing on, Zoraida already had a big lump of dirt.
Yeah. And also,
Didn't-
Zoraita's gremlins were involved in juicing the Kurgan, but Kurgan has always been a child of Yedza.
Yeah.
I walked by this mound and it started walking, crawling.
Really, it is just like the named Morwraith, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay.
It's the Morwraith golem.
It's got more juice.
Extra juice.
Extra
Jin-
juicy Morwraith.
Jin Bakara left Last Blossom, which, again, we're not surprised. Man, a lot of these are just not that.
He looks like a Dua guy.
Yeah.
He's got the secret agent Matrix look going on.
Yeah.
I mean, also the
Also, Last Blossom's huge. Yeah.
I was gonna say the alt is also much more Dua coded.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Invisible guy.
Oh yeah, the Invisible Man. Yep. That would be weird in a Last Blossom crew. Not completely implausible, but odd.
Yeah.
That's that. Bo Fishbacher. I was surprised by this, but I'm happy.
Yeah, I like this one. I've made my thoughts clear on the fact that I don't like him as the totem, but I do like him in the EBS crew.
Yeah.
I like
he's a
that a
totem.
lot. Yeah, he is Maxine 2's totem. I do not like that, but I do like him in the crew.
Yeah. I wish we'd either gotten another Orville or I don't know.
A stalking portal.
Yeah, a portal opening up with more tentacles just to really drive that theme home. But yeah, Bo's fine. What is a fishing rod flung about you haphazardly, but a tentacle coming out of a portal?
Actually, instead of just one singular stalking polar portal, do a mechanical dove situation where you got 3 of them.
Oh God, that'd be kind of cool. But
just take the 3 stalking portals off of 1 TOS base. You now have 3 50 mil totems.
Nah, make a whole rule where it has to be on the fucking combined arms base. Do a whole TOS rule just for this one totem.
I love it. Perfect.
That would be horrible.
Yep.
Okay. So yes, Bo Fishbacher left Angler.
Yes.
To go into EBS, and always happy to see the species intermingling. As I always.
No. Bo left Infamous.
Infamous? Oh,
yeah, that's incorrect.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, Bo left Infamous. He was with Zip.
He decided he did not like flying.
That makes even more sense.
Yeah, he realized he's better at navigating at sea rather than in the air.
Are you telling me the autistic gremlin went with the scientists instead of the chaos pirate?
Also, he figured out it's much easier to catch fish if you don't have Zip just yapping away all the time.
Yeah, he scares off all the good fish.
Mm-hmm. Except the ones that want to eat you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next up, Empyrean Eagles, which left Chimera and are now totems for Hooper 2.
I don't have a problem with this. I do want to point out the hilarity that is 3rd edition Arcanist Lost Our Birds. So we made new birds that were teal for one specific master. 4th edition, we get our birds back because Bass brought them with him. So we left the new birds away.
Yeah.
One heads
always
are better
the
than
fucking
2.
birds with the Arcanists.
I just find this funny.
I mean, bird models are kind of flighty like that.
No.
I gotta make my wife hate me a little bit during every recording.
Yep.
It's in the contract.
These make sense for Huntmaster's totem.
Yeah, you signed the contract.
I don't remember this.
That's because I forged your signature.
Then
the secret ingredient is crime.
What do they even do did Chimera need them? Has anyone played Chimera?
I don't know. Either way, I think they work. They seem fine as Huntmaster's totem. I think that works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next up, another painfully obvious one. The Unseelie engine left the return gear.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a stretch.
Everything about Castor was a stretch. Being in reserves, having this thing, like they just had to find ways to make things work for him. So now that he's free of all those shackles, it's so much better, honestly.
Here's the fucking flex tape patch.
Yeah, like how do we make things work for Castor? Yeah, this thing just makes perfect sense, especially for Architect Tyrion's totem, like giant Atlas construct. The only disappointing thing is it also could be in 4 factions previously, and I painted it as such, so now it's a little odd that it has yellow, green, and purple on it.
Yeah, it's just very colorful.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's even funnier because apparently its whole shtick is that it creates a giant illusion bubble so that the Awa can move about unseen from a distance. So make it as fucking colorful as you want.
Yeah.
I bred the lore. Hooray.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-oh, Doug.
So drudges are a model.
Are they?
Oh, God damn it.
They're hot models.
Speaking.
God damn.
That's why they shouldn't be in Syndicate. So, no, I have a lore reason to go on top of this. You look at the entire Syndicate keyword outside of drudges, and it is very much a whole bunch of professionals.
Right.
And then these guys. Whereas they would 100% more fit in with the MNSU keyword, and they would work really well with the MNSU keyword almost exactly as is. So they're not even totems for Anya?
Nope, they're peons if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, no, they are peons.
They're summons.
But I think they're only really that useful as summons with Anya too, if I recall reading that.
I think she's the only one who can summon them, right?
I think the summons on both crew cards, but only... I'm not sure. But anyways, yeah.
One.
Because they're not totems, I don't understand why we couldn't still keep them dual keyword. Because actually having them as a summon option for MNSU2, just not requiring a soulstone, would be really nice. Because it would work really, really well with Unionized.
Yeah.
I
imagine the answer is packaging as to why they can't keep
in so many
the
cases
dual keyword again, but I could also see why they might want to put them there because maybe someone looked at Syndicate and was like, oh, that's kind of, undirected, weird, and kind of doing a bunch of different stuff because they had so many models that were kind of attached because it's like, oh, Anya paid them. That can be anyone. But now that they're moving what had been the Outcast starter to be full teal, etc., and kind of collecting them a little closer, I am looking at that going, you guys could help the MNSU feel a little less top heavy.
Yep. Oh, look at that. Syndicate keywords got 15 results versus the MNSU's 12. I think they could stand to lose a model or two.
Yeah, it just seems odd that the laborers are in the Syndicate keyword.
They're the entry-level positions.
Sure, but like,
so
gotta start somewhere, I guess.
Yep.
Roughly, I mean, looking at a bunch of keywords, we're roughly looking at about 12 results per keyword. So 15 is on the high end for most stuff. But also that's just raw looking at the app. Some of these will have like, again, mechanical models that don't really count. Kind of count, don't really count. Like I think Frontiers had 11, but you're never hiring
Traps.
traps, and hiring birds is a very stupid idea.
But you can do it.
I think the cutoff for hiring cheap models is, can they take a 3 damage hit?
Often, yeah. Or if they have something that's making them harder to hit, maybe if they have stealth or something.
I mean, they do have stealth. It doesn't come up.
It's fair.
I'm just talking in general.
Yeah, okay. Playing them up birds out here. We're not talking about Arcanists. Okay, that's the Drudge. That was my opinion on the Drudge. Catalan's left Outcasts to go Syndicate. This tracks. My only, I guess, frustration with it is because there are Outcast purists that have models that they can't use.
Yeah.
That's a bold choice.
It's one of those situations of, lore-wise great, and you're never going to make everyone happy at a new edition change.
Just because with the outlawing of mercenary work, if they're full-time contract with Condor, then they're just going to be in faction. So they're not going to really be in the mercenary faction anymore. Got so many of these are syndicate models on this list.
Yep.
Okay. Operatives and Corvus. Roman, you want to talk about this?
Especially since I just this last weekend soloed the crew at a tournament, and there'll be a 1st and 10 upcoming about them, because I was like, I haven't really looked at them since beta. Let's just start writing stuff about them. But the keyword still feels good. The one thing I kept running into is my lists kind of feel samey, because you hire most of the named people, and then you go, well, with the stones I have over, depending on how many named people I hire and what the strat is, do I bring in a Brocken or a Nocturne if I need to like hold an area and run fast, or what I did every single game on Saturday, bring the stab line. Of note, I wasn't necessarily bringing him because he's the stab line. I was bringing him because he was a survivable thing that could use the stuff on my crew card. Like tell Nate's guys to run to the other corner of the board.
Rude, but fair.
Yeah, I don't
you
think
won the game, so
I would not expect you to take him just because he's slightly broken. I would expect you to take him because he was useful to your crew. I'm not judging.
Yeah, well, and I'm not saying you would. I say it to point out that it's another way that the crew builds kind of feel samey without a couple more people to throw in that aren't just, well, here's a bunch of shadow folks. And the shadows work great, but I was definitely like, I could use some like baby spies to run around in here, or my scary like stand in a darkened corner and pull on my gloves guy to ask you some questions. Having him have a crew card obey would be great. It would. I
don't know how I could justify this, but Corvus feels like a syndicate model. Like I get him staying with Anya, but the operatives feel like a duo model.
Okay.
I don't know why I have that separation in my head, but like the little operatives seem more like Ivan model, like Ivan friends. Whereas Corvus, I feel like, is like a direct underling to Anya. Vibes wise. Not even rules wise, just like character vibes wise. I feel like Ivan looks at Corvus and goes, "You're a bit much, buddy."
Yeah. On the one hand, you don't violate my number 1 rule. However, rules 2 through 18, I'm concerned about.
The other rules, you're pushing a little bit, buddy.
Yeah. Well, and part of it,
I think that he seems very brutal compared to like the rest of the characters in Ivan's crew.
Yeah, the other characters in Ivan's crew are the Mission Impossible team. He's the interrogator. Well,
he's like fucking Hitman.
Yeah, he's Hitman. Yeah,
he's not about espionage. He's about violence.
Yeah, he's
it's a type of espionage.
There it is. He's Le Schiffer in the end of Casino Royale.
Yeah, he just seems a little brutal for DUA.
Yeah.
In my mind.
No, I can see it. I get where you're coming from. And I think that's reinforced by, in the lore, the little bit we've seen of Ivan since Explorer stuff has included, like, nameless human spy mooks.
Exactly.
It has not included...
That is part of it, yeah.
Corvus
has not been involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is part of it as well, where, yeah, he has just some extra people on staff.
Yeah.
Whereas, I mean, even Corvus has Loyal right now, so, like, clearly he's stuck with that part of the faction. And again, it's clearly a packaging thing, but, like, if I had my druthers, Corvus goes to Syndicate, operatives go back to Ivan.
Yeah, I could see that. And hopefully that turns into, hey, we get some totally not operatives, but similar in the future.
Some other
definitely would be something nice.
Yeah.
Again, Syndicate could stand to bleed a few models.
Yeah.
Did they lose? No, they didn't lose anything.
No,
did
they got everything they had.
Yep. They just said, well, we're consolidating you into one color. Other than the Keens, you guys can contract.
You know, actually, I think I would have been more upset if I lost the Keens over the Drudges. So
that's
I'll shut my mouth.
Yeah.
My wife needs to stay blue. Okay, Kavatica went.
He has a spider for a head.
He has a spider for a head.
No further arguments. He has a fucking spider for a head.
Hang on.
A skull spider.
I have an argument here.
Okay.
He's dapper. He's dapper and kind of spy-like. Bring him into the department.
I don't hate that. Make him both. Make him dual keyword. Make him do a Cadmus. I love it, actually. But barring that, he has a fucking spider skull for a head. Of the two keywords he was in, he was never going to stay elite.
He's very elite. He's the only dapper spider.
I could see him still hanging out with Lucius, just be like, no, this is a design choice. I'm definitely a mimic.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Or actually, I didn't read his fucking lore at all. What is this shtick?
He's a mimic that got mited, if I remember correctly.
He's just what happens when you mite a mimic.
It's spider face.
It gets a little wonky. It's a little wacky.
Basically, Ramos is in Vienna jorking over this concept.
Thanks, I hate it.
Good, you're welcome. I hate it too.
Not enough legs. He needs a second Kavatica to smash them together. Then he'll have 4 legs.
He's writing Kavatica X Kavatica fanfic.
Yep.
I hope you heard that. X getting a drink.
Nice.
Yeah. I plowed through this Dark and Stormy. I might need another. We'll might take a break after this. Okay, let's see. Kavatica left Elite. Harpooners left Apex. I could have seen them going either way, but since they're, I guess, ocean themed, it makes sense staying at EVS.
Sad for Cooper, since apparently they're really good this edition, but, you know, he can just hire them out of keyword.
Cooper's got plenty of models, from what I understand.
Yep.
I'm not going to complain too much about something being too good or too bad, because we still haven't hit the first wave of errata.
Hey, listen, I'm glad Harpooners are playable this edition. I'll take it.
Absolutely.
They're wonderful models. They should be at least playable.
Hey, they've got a harpoon gun, therefore, like, Jessie Halliday's got to be also good, right?
Who?
She's not.
She's not even in a keyword anymore.
She's not. Oh goodness! I was so excited because there was like a very obvious issue with her in the fact that
she has a spear gun, not a harpoon gun. Important difference.
I'm sorry, my bad.
But she is a named stone more.
She is a named model that is kind of fucked if you engage her. Mm-hmm. It's okay though. It's her gun attack forces the model towards her. It is not option. Oh no, it's up. It's up to. Never mind.
Up to 2 inches. Yeah.
Up to 3, but it's still.
Her signature moves her. It's fine.
Signature healing and
Soulstone.
The strobe. On a stat 5 though, for an 8 Soulstone model.
It's versus willpower. She'll usually be tied.
Okay. Harpooners left Apex, went to EVS. It sort of makes sense. What's the numbers on both of those? Because now I'm like very curious about.
Now that I don't know.
Amount of. I'm looking it up. No, not augmented.
Apex is 12.
You got it.
EVS is also 12. So yeah, okay. I guess that keeps it fair.
Nice and even. I like this. Okay. The surveyors left Seeker. Yeah.
Yeah, that was always odd.
They were a core box model.
Yeah, and they are a core box model.
Yes, they are
changed.
But also like the reason they were Seeker, I'm assuming, one is because Seeker needed models, but also they're geomancers, and Earth magic is kind of her thing.
Yeah,
it's this thing
with the Moritz and such. And I think that was a introduction of Explorer Society problem last edition, where they had to kind of find ways to bolster out the keywords without like releasing a absolute shitload of models. So they had to kind of interweave things, and now they can kind of separate that a little bit, which is good.
Right. Oh, lost my checklist. There we go. Surveyors Lift Seeker. The Damned Lift Savage. No.
What?
I don't. As much as Savage is perfectly fine, it's still just too teeny of a keyword. And so I'm just, every time we see a model that left Savage, I'm gonna be like, I wish it didn't. Because I also have the full keyword, and I'm not gonna play it because it's not necessarily, at least Longshanks is not saying it's broken, but being on the receiving end of Yuri 2 too many times, it's not a ton of fun to play against. So I'm just gonna wait for hopefully some shifting.
Yeah, broken or not, I think we can agree it's a problem child.
But no, it like aesthetically, yeah, it fits more with Seeker. But
and thematically, it's literally an undead moose.
Yeah, okay. I'd be more broken up about it if there was an actual like lore, like a closer lore tie to Yuri with it. But
because
I think that was another one where they were just kind of filling out another keyword a little bit.
I think the tie was that it's a reflection of the Blessed, and Yuri is a reflection of the December keyword. So
raspy, yeah, sure. I can see that.
That's Jesse Halliday's got fucking sick of the sexual harassment and left Wastrel.
That's fine.
Her. Good for her, I guess. Yeah.
Stop staring at my ass.
Stop wearing booty shorts, then, Doug.
I'm voicing Jesse. I want you to look at my ass. Hence the booty shorts.
Fair enough.
Okay. Right. Okay. That's anything else about the Explorers? Explorers is a whole lot of not surprising because it was one of those ones where it was technically a mid-edition faction edition.
Yeah.
And I know it was like the first thing that came out in third, but still didn't come out at the start of third, which means a lot of stuff was still shifting around when third came out. So solidifying them as their own faction is definitely the way to go. And very little in here that's upsetting or controversial. So good job overall by Weird. And me over here being dramatic, because I like being dramatic. I don't have a problem with most of this, like, legitimate problems.
No, you just have a problem with not being dramatic.
Yeah, I am supposed to be entertaining. Victoria, any thoughts about Explorers? Yeah, you don't. What do
not
you have?
Really.
You have, because we have the whole faction. You picked up Seeker and Cadmus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which there's very little changes in those keywords, so I understand not a whole ton of input from you.
Seeker lost basically the weirdly outstanding human elements, and
the guys.
Cadmus got to keep Kavatica, so hooray. Summary mode activated.
Okay. 10 Thunders, the other keyword, the other faction we're not that interested in. Let's see. Mei Fang left the Arcanists. It's okay.
I'm sad about it, but lore-wise, it makes sense. Mechanically, it also makes sense.
Way.
Yeah.
I hope she maybe gets some coverage in the Thunders book to address that, because I could have seen her running to the Arcanists to escape from Misaki trying to pressure her to do shit.
I feel like over the course of third edition, Misaki softened on Mei Fang. Like, if this was a choice going from second to third, I would be up in arms about it, because absolutely fucking not. She hates working for the Thunders.
Yeah.
But I feel like Misaki's been considerably less of a piece of garbage.
Yeah, so, they had that like discussion fight at the one point, and that ended with the idea of, okay, I'll listen to you more, May, whenever you bring something up, was how I recall it. So yeah, I could see that.
I just remember there being a little bit of pressure there, so I just hope that gets addressed.
Because May seemed like a decent person that made some bad mistakes.
Yeah,
so I like them being in my...
seems like fine.
Yeah.
Seem like my blues. But I also had a bit of a aesthetic overlap with MNSU slightly, so that's also probably another reason they decided to split them out.
And now with Thunder's not having McCabe, the Foundry can be their speedy crew.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Yeah.
Too
And
fucking
hot damn
speedy.
are they.
Holy shit.
I saw them for the first time on Wednesday. It was very interesting.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, it worked out well for me. He hadn't seen Ivan before, and we were playing in Wedge.
Oh, okay. All right, so that's Mayfang left. I am less excited about losing Willie and Neil, but again, they gotta go with their keyword.
Every time I see those cards in orange, it weirds me out a little bit.
It makes me sick to my
it just doesn't seem right. I get it because they're in the keyword, but boy howdy, does it just not look right.
Yeah, those
are blue boys, and I don't much care for it.
I would have been fine with them keeping their union cards and just rolling over to MNSU.
Okay, what if we made them Foundry and Versatile Blue?
Ooh, I'd be fine with that too.
Honestly.
Because, like, Willie, I just adore because it's Willie, but Neil Henry seemed almost perfect for the Arcanist keyword just because of the tall tale he is associated with.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's John Henry. It feels odd that he's not with the Union.
Yeah.
Or in at least in the faction.
Uh-huh.
Also lost Mel Goldman, Mel Gammon, so Sandeep has a more reasonable roster.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you see, his idea of elements doesn't involve the periodic table, so the Metal Golem can't summon them anymore.
Okay. Yeah, because hold on, no, that also makes triple sense because metal is only an element in the Chinese 5 elements.
Neat.
Today I learned.
Yeah, I think it's metal and wood are one of the 5 in the Chinese elements.
Yes.
Neat.
Thank you, Han. You're so smart. So wow, this one actually surprised me, and I'm not necessarily mad. I'm just really surprised, and that's the Wan Yudo going full versatile and leaving
No,
Revenant.
Wainudo is Misaki 2's totem.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, why is it listed as versatile?
I don't know. Also, you skipped Rockhopper, my Trixie boy.
Oh,
but I totally understand that one. I'm not that mad about it, but it's like, oh man, my silly little robot guy. All right. That's fine.
It is making room for sillier robots, is what I think that is.
God, I hope so.
Well, now that she has more of an aesthetic identity, yeah, I think it's just going to go full silly robots. But the Wan Yudo as a totem for Misaki 2
as Misaki 2's totem.
What?
I mean, that is her Burning Man form.
Yeah.
It is her Burning Man form. The Wan Yudo is always associated with, like, ghosts and shit.
Yeah. I mean, she's the ghost of her dad.
Do you think that's her dad? You think the Wan Yudo is her dad?
Maybe she sees it as her dad.
Ever since the One Piece, I feel like Wan Yudo should be wherever the Juragumo are.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, like if it was Oni, that would be perfectly fine. It was kind of weird in Revenant. I would think it would fit more in Arami than Revenant. But
I don't know enough about a Wainudo to make a judgment on this. I think they saw Flaming Wheel and said, that'll work for Misaki.
Yep.
They're a bit more like Wan Yudo is also known as a Firewheel, or Soul Taker is a yokai.
Mm-hmm.
Which keyword has yokai in it?
I mean, okay, if we're gonna nitpick at what the definition of yokai, we're gonna hit half the faction.
Yep.
With a hand grenade.
Can you at least say I have a point?
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. Okay. I'm just saying.
All right, sir. Let's see. Okay, moving on. Katashiro left Oni, and now are strictly summons of Minako.
I think you can hire them, but yeah, they're mostly Minako summons.
She's the only one who knows how to origami.
Yep, she's the origami master.
That's why she's so important.
Yeah, they're
cost 0.
Yep, so you cannot hire them. They're just summons. Okay.
Which is probably good based on how they ended last edition.
That makes sense. You're not really hiring a paper origami creature. You're bringing someone who can make them.
Yeah.
Minako left. So they left Oni, and Minako left Last Blossom to both go versatile. which makes sense. I think both of those keels are relatively thick. Last Blossom's still pretty big, if I recall correctly.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I mean, Minako looks like Last Blossom, but she also fits in just fine as a versatile.
Yeah, it makes sense that Misaki would just have an agent who can operate anywhere in the faction, so
yeah,
I think that's fine. She doesn't have to have the keyword. She does her own thing.
Well, I don't. Let's see. Thunder's Archers left Last Blossom, and now our monk. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, and especially with the 10 Thunder, the sniper,
the Katanaka sniper.
Katashiro.
Yeah,
Katanaka sniper. It was always a bit redundant to have both of those in Last Blossom, so splitting archers into monk and keep the snipers for Misaki makes sense to me.
Yep.
Wait, monk is at 10 models. Holy shit.
Yeah, they lost a lot.
Monk suffered some losses.
I was gonna say, but one of those models has 18 alternates you can use.
It's not necessarily a good thing, but
yeah,
that's life.
So okay, yeah, we're fine with Thunder Archer leaving Last Blossom. Akaname leaving Tri-Chai. I'm fine with it.
We kept the silly little robots. That's the important part.
We kept the Tanuki.
Also true.
So we had one option for silly little guy, one slot.
Yeah. I'm gonna miss the little shit bags, but it's fine.
They went over to Oni, full Oni time.
Yeah.
And yep, the river monks got
fermented river monk
smushed into one singular model. And yet here's my beef. If we're just gonna kill the fermented river monk, why not just make them Tri-Chai?
Because you can still do fermented river style with monk.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. You can still put that on the river monk model.
Sure. I don't know. Just keep that. I guess separate.
I guess how big is the Tri-Chai here? That might have been.
Tri-Chai, I think, is fine. It's got a good amount of options.
We got frogs. We're fine.
16 for Tri-Chai.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, Tri-Chai did not need the monks necessarily.
Trading in your dudes for frogs.
Exactly.
I'd do it.
We also got a Nia. We got a Nia and a second Nia.
Yeah.
Okay, so 15.
Yeah. I mean, there's a few things there where it's like that, is a model, but also, but we're fine still.
Yep. Okay. That was my one little thing about the river monks. I mean, outside of just I realize why they did it. I still feel bad for everyone that has just a ton of models that are the same thing now.
Yeah, it is what it is. Sucks, but they had to consolidate. There were a lot of consolidate.
But hopefully that'll give them a chance to add more variety to the keyword.
Exactly.
Yep. Murakami left Witness. I don't know why she was there in the first place.
She loosely associated with Damien for one story, and then that connection has severed. So this actually kind of makes perfect sense.
Yep.
She let him in the library to fuck around for a little bit, and now he's gone and doing his own witnessy thing. Mm-hmm. So back to just being an old librarian biddy who reads too much smut.
Right?
Good for her.
Wasn't he all like, yeah? She's like, no, you can't leave with that book, and he's like, I'm going to leave with that book, and that
pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's done with him. Yep, gone. I'm surprised she's not a totem since she was in the combined box, but honestly, Paper Tiger's better for.
Yeah, I think that's more interesting.
Lin Lee too.
I think Maya actually kind of works better with Lin 1 because she's in the non-story section of the keyword. So,
yeah. Hermione left Ancestor to just.
Yep, they are now foundries.
They are now foundries. They gained Foundry. Especially if you're dumping Yanlo into full resers. You have to remove some of the stuff that is just there because it is East Asian and vaguely associated with ancestors.
Yeah.
I like this move. They would have looked real weird in resers.
It's interesting to have May have these robot dogs now. So that's cool.
Well, and especially since a lot of her other stuff currently looks more like the job and less like the culture. It's cool to see this kind of blending of. Well, we foundry metal things, but also culture dog.
Culture dog.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Also, their new version of the ability Empty Vessel is way more reasonable than anything they've ever had in that slot before.
No more dog walking, though. That is kind of sad.
That's okay.
Oh, no.
The old man just needs to move around a little more. It'll help him feel young.
We should
His
have
ghost
given
arthritis.
him the dead dogs.
Mm.
That'd have been a choice.
Canine
Yep.
remains. Okay. Charmwater's our left monk to go full King Gong. That's fine.
Yes.
Yep, sure.
Makes sense. But to
Yeah,
spirit, not enough martial arts.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate again with the monk having far less models at this point, but if they had to go somewhere, the kind of spirit performer kind of thing fits with King Gong.
Yeah.
Lady Yume left Nightmare. Thank you. That was very
Good.
uncomfortable.
Very strange.
Extremely uncomfortable. I can stop making that joke.
That was. She can just hang out with the Oni. They're a bunch of freaks, anyways.
Save me from this teenage boy. And it's not like Nightmare is wanting for
not at all.
Yeah. Nightmare will be fine.
Hinamatsu fully left Neverborn, now just King Gong. Also tracks.
Yep.
Yasunori.
The whole puppet thing.
Yasunori is King Gong. Also, is still versatile. I don't know why he left versatile. But no, he's now the named Kabuki warrior. It's great.
Yep.
Which makes sense.
But also actually a pretty decent versatile without being completely absurd. So good for Yasunori.
Yeah. I've seen him in Keyword and he's very good. But still not cancer.
Yes. Yasunori gets to be a respectable model this edition.
So far.
I guess the thing is that Yanlo is allergic to steel because now he's picking up all of the like non-metallic statues.
Yeah.
Honestly, these make sense.
Yeah.
Especially the Terracotta Warriors.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, they're also both still versatile. But...
Yeah, they're in-faction versatile ancestor keyword. Makes perfect sense.
I really like when they do this.
Yeah.
Go ahead and say it.
No, I was just gonna reiterate that, especially the Terracotta Warriors. Like that is 100% makes all of the sense for Yanlo.
Yep.
But yeah, I do also like the in keyword in a faction, but in someone's keyword as a versatile.
Yeah, I mean, also I think a decent amount of Arcanists would be real fucking mad if we lost our lawyer werewolf.
Yep.
Yes.
And your Keens.
And my Keens. Yep. I just wish they were good.
Right.
We'll see what happens in the Rada.
She is.
She's okay.
She's fine.
But like when you're supposed to have like interactions with another model that is an absolute waste of stones most of the time.
Yeah.
Does no. Right. That's Thunders. No, we got lost. We got lost models. Okay.
I think we can just cut out the monks real quick.
Yeah, we did kind of
wandering and fermented, gone. They're all just one monk.
Monk. The
unfortunate, but that is consolidation.
I'm honestly surprised we didn't see them like increase in capacity.
Right? Make them like Minion 5 or something.
Yeah. So give people more of an excuse to use these old models.
Especially since it is a smaller keyword, you could have it could be a very minion heavy, like solid minion heavy keyword. Could be interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. What else? We lost Fleeted. That's fine. Those were not the most fun to assemble anyways.
A bit redundant with Illuminated, so it's fine.
They could have gone to Peon, but that's an option for a lot of these lost models.
Yeah, it'd be like a whole other mechanic.
We lost Samurai, which
Yeah.
They're go ahead.
They make a fine stand-in for a Katanaka sniper.
I'm sniping.
They went to the Nino and Rami school of sniping.
Yeah.
I'm sniping. One of these bullets is gonna find the target. Trust me.
Oh, and if I'm not mistaken, the Three Kingdoms and the other side have samurai, so Gatling gun samurai, so they're kind of shifting them over to that role.
They cost like 10, 11? They're really expensive. Oof. It's cool. Yeah, at least they're being used somewhere else, which is great. It's a great concept. It's a cool concept. They're just a bit too intense for a game about like gang fights.
Yeah.
I was like, they're really dancing the line with Cavalier, and I think they're doing a decent job of that.
Yeah,
because you could really get into military type thing. But anyways, yeah, Samurai that's fine. a particular Gatling gun-willing model I wish was on this list, but it's not.
Put a samurai on a 50 mil, you're fine.
Or just have misguided.
Yes.
Yeah. I guess fun fact, when I did we really need to start playtesting Bonanza Brawl. Shit. When I was doing the module, I switched up Fuhatsu's artwork. It is now misguided, and you cannot use the Fuhatsu artwork.
Nice.
Perfect.
Great. Lost the Lone Swordsman, which I'm okay with. I'm just really surprised.
That one's kind of sad, especially since he just fairly recently got an alt.
Yep. What's he stand-in for
Koji.
now? Go. Okay. I honestly, I don't hate that because I was not a super fan of Koji's art, but that's just me. I think the Lone Swordsman, you could rough him up a little bit and make him look more street gangy in a cool way, I think.
I agree. Koji is distractingly hot.
I did like someone suggested using the Lone Swordsman as a proxy for Yasunori. Just put on a 50 mil. My suggestion was just cover the base in bodies, like he's just killing everyone in a 2-inch radius around him.
Yep, I like that.
Just like, yes, this man is dangerous. He is this dangerous. Do not enter his personal space. He will kill you.
Mm-hmm. At least once.
And then you just gotta add like an extra belt onto him with wires that just shoot up into the air to explain the flight.
Nah, he's doing fucking badass samurai movie shit. He's like teleporting behind you.
Doing wire food. Nothing personal, kid.
He's doing Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon stuff.
Dawn Serpent also I'm fine with. It's a great proxy for Mulong.
Mulong, yeah. Yeah, it was a fun model, but it's a bit aged. So we have the big dragon now.
I like mine because I added wings, so I need to find something to use him for, but that's a me problem.
Yeah. I've got mine coming through a Torii gate.
Nice.
Hey. Yeah, so that's 10 Thunders. Again, not a ton of controversy there outside of Fuhatsu.
Monk got shaved. Fuhatsu's still around.
I think that's my biggest it's my biggest complaint of 4th edition, at least models wise, because they've done so good of modernizing and maturing the stuff and making this game a lot more appealing to people that aren't pieces of garbage. Having something that's a bit way too juvenile of a sculpt and not redoing it or anything. I'm assuming we'll get that, especially since they tend to actually listen to us. But right now, Fuhatsu is still just the one thing I'm still uncomfortable as a model in this game.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm going to grab a drink real quick, and then we'll do the factions we care about. Sorry, all of you that are huge 10 Thunders and Explorers fans.
I did my best.
We tried.
Cat!
It's Luna! Luna!
Oh,
it's Luna
baby.
Is it baby time for
kitty.
Luna?
Baby time for Luna.
Is it baby time for Luna?
I'm going to see if any of my cats are nearby for baby time.
It's just Dad has.
Let's talk Rezzers.
Rezzers is kind of a small list.
Resurrectionists.
Resurrectionists.
Okay, so our two keywords that left other keywords, we got Yanlo and Jack Dow.
Oh, good lord, that is allowed.
Yeah, Roman is doring currently.
Old. Okay.
Old dork.
Oh, he found an Odin.
Baby.
I found a Muppet.
Fuck.
Mostly found a Muppet.
Your Muppet has caused chaos.
That's what he does. It could be worse.
Coons just sort of look like the Neanderthal version of modern cats.
That is,
kind of.
Come here, bud. Come here. Cutie pie, though.
Now he's back. We can talk of Rezzers? Can we talk Rezzers, Roman?
Yeah, I guess.
We can probably talk Rezzers.
We can talk Rezzers. Victoria, are you excited to get Yanlo and Jack Doll in your faction?
Couple of stinky boys.
Am I excited to keep them? Not especially.
But David got kicked out of his other faction. Where else is he supposed to go?
David can go back to his grave. David can get out of my faction and go back to where he came from.
Last old man left. We really need to have it.
David.
He's not the last old man. We've still got Von Stuck.
That's true.
He's, I guess, it's the last old from early game old man. No, we got Von. Never mind. I'm going to shut up. The Vons need to stay because it's funny that we have two Vons.
Yes. Von Schill and Von Stuck.
Von S even.
They need to point at each other like the Spider-Man meme. Yep. Even though they're nothing alike. Couldn't be more different if they tried.
Well, I bet they could if they tried. They're inspiring individuals.
Okay. So Yanlo moved to Rezzers. Happy with that.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice. I was kind of surprised.
He fits better in Rezzers than in Thunders, honestly.
See, I always saw him as more of a Thunders guy, but people seem to disagree with me, so I guess I'm wrong.
Baby kid.
I get where you're coming from. He's, at least on the table, he felt more like I am a Thunders person who deals in, like, ancient ancestry magic, less than, yes, I'm actively raising the dead.
Yeah.
Like, other than Toshiro and I guess Ashigaru, but I also didn't see a ton of them on the table.
I mean, Izamu.
Yin the Penangalan?
Yeah, but she's a vampire. She's not like risen.
No vampires
dead.
in Malifaux. She's a Penangalan.
Yeah. Except all the vampires we have now.
Yeah.
There are no
vampires are a type of vampire.
In Malifaux.
All the vampires we have now. So many. I'm just chock full of these things. Can't get rid of them.
Yeah, I could see. I would not have been surprised, I guess, if he stayed in 10 Thunders, especially lore-wise. He was always the shit stirrer from 2nd edition, which I hated. Yeah. Still,
he did love causing trouble.
Yep.
That's probably why they kicked him out.
He
didn't leave of his own accord.
Masaki's just like, listen, I know you're my great grandfather or whatever. Get the fuck out of my goddamn faction. You're causing too much trouble.
He abducted one too many green-eyed women.
And listen here, mister. I'm keeping Jacob Lynch around. So that's how much trouble you're causing.
Saki likes wet cats, okay?
Lynch is over in the corner like, hey.
Stop. Hey, man. I'm an important part of this organization.
You think Lynch can still form coherent sentences on his own?
But Lynch, too, is a temporary state of his. They said that.
He had a real bad bender, but he got better.
The most unsettling thing is I feel like he talks to Huggy and no one else can hear Huggy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look, with Lynch, it's like, look, it's not his fault, but with you, David.
Yeah.
If that is your real name.
I want Lynch and Huggy to have an Eddie Brock Venom relationship.
Oh, that'd be funny.
Yeah.
Lynch 2 is just sweaty Eddie Brock. It's perfect.
You think Eddie Brock isn't sweaty all the time?
Sometimes.
That's a man who sweats.
That is a man who sweats.
That's a man who sweats. That's a good title option.
What do Yanlo take with him? Gokudo
are the ones that are just that's kind of weird. They don't at all look like they fit in Rezzers, but also their keyword box, their core box models kind of can't.
Yeah. And then Izamu, who is a giant spirit in armor. So sure.
I mean, he's kind of got to take Izamu.
Yeah.
It's the rules.
Also, he didn't take Gokudo. Urami did, I thought.
No, Gokudo or his core box minion.
Oh, sorry, I'm getting my words mixed up. Never mind.
Were you thinking Gwison?
Yes.
Whoopsie.
Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if he had a shared model with Urami.
I mean, it wouldn't be that surprising. They're both doing spooky spirit shit.
Spirit shit. So I guess that's possibly another reason why it's weird that he went into Rezzers. I don't know, it just doesn't bother me at all. He's stepping a little on.
It doesn't bother me either.
Yeah. Okay. He also took along Sun Kwang and Chiaki.
Sun Kwang and Chiaki. Chiaki's probably the most weird one because she was always kind of tied in with the 10 Thunders politics. But I guess she's gonna stick with Uncle David over anything.
Seems that way.
But I guess something I need to say. I've read some of the lore now, and it definitely seems that some of these switches they're addressing as this person just doesn't come to the meetings anymore. We're not sure what's up with them, so they're not really hanging out with us anymore.
Their membership expired.
They're maybe not like completely out. They're just off busy doing their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
But in fact, they are joining another faction.
He's busy doing Rezzer stuff this year.
Mm-hmm. He's on sabbatical.
Yeah, we'll send him a letter. Check on him.
He needs to take some time to go find himself.
The thing he's been doing for thousands of years.
Yep.
It takes a long time.
I want him to have an entirely unnecessary and extremely catty rivalry with von Stuck.
That would be great.
It's one-sided also, like von Stuck has no idea.
Oh, I would love it if as a necromancer, von Stuck doesn't believe in ghosts. So this ancient ghost, Jan Lo, comes to pester him and he's like, "Ghosts aren't real, idiot. Get out of my fucking my study."
Sentient gas, you dumbass.
I'm clearly just an anomaly of the light.
Ghosts aren't real, hallucination.
I clearly ate some weird potatoes or whatever.
Why do you doubt your senses?
Sleep paralysis demon while I'm wide awake.
Just realized that von Stuck and Anna are basically the exact same as Vernon and Wells.
Yeah, kinda.
At least our headcanon version. All right. Jackdaw fully left out.
She tries to control gravity. They try to overcome gravity.
Exactly. Yin and yang.
Jackdaw left Outcasts. I mean, that's fine. That they only need one problem child in Plague.
Yep.
I mean, he's got part of Kirai's boyfriend in him.
Yeah, he's got to be with his wife.
He kind of has to.
Acting like Zip isn't a problem for Outcasts.
So you know what? Let's give Jackdaw a bit more personality and make him like the divorced dad of Malifaux.
So when is he getting dad bod?
Yes, absolutely. It would be perfect.
How are we? He's dead.
So's my dad. He's not divorced though. Is that the problem? You can't be divorced and dead at the same time. You okay?
Jesus Christ.
You killed Nate. Good job.
So is my dad. Holy fuck.
Whee! Whew. I was more wondering how you give whatever Jackdaw is, Spirit of Vengeance, Ghost Hoopachu, how you give that a dad bod. Do you just convince him to, like, manifest?
I mean, he took Francis's bod.
Exactly.
So just go find a dad.
He's just gotta go find a dad.
Yeah.
And take their bod.
Yeah.
And then he can leave Resurrectionists.
Exactly.
Because he
he's gonna take Bass's body. He's gonna turn Arcanist.
No. You know who has the most dad bod in this game?
Fucking
Bashel.
Yes.
Fucking Jackdaw on the go. Oh my god.
Fucking cop dad too. The worst kind.
Jackdaw inhabits the body of Dashel and nothing changes.
He actually becomes more like fair and into actual justice.
He actually does the paperwork now.
Yeah, he actually does the job correctly.
So did
maybe
you know
a bit zealous, but correctly.
Did you know Dashel could read?
Well, hang on. If you actually look at the paperwork, though, every blank on the page is just filled with justice. Question mark.
Rat's into the paper with his fingernails.
Yep.
Look, I didn't realize he could actually, like, write at all. So this is...
It's an improvement.
Yeah, sure.
He no longer signs his invoices with a big X. It's now just Suffer and Die, but maybe that's a French name.
Is he taking night classes? Suffer and Die is a French name.
Maybe.
Seems right.
Just fucking
I mean, just squint and only pronounce half the letters. I bet that would sound French.
Nellie's little grammar school that she set up for her fucking newsies, and there's just Dash on the corner and a child-sized desk, very attentively looking. The children bully him.
I mean, of course they do.
They don't have empathy. They have memes.
Yep.
Fucking Malifaux Gen Z.
Dawson just raises his hand. Yes, Miss Cochran, what is 6'7"? And all the other children gasp.
Are we implying that 6'7" is a meme in Malifaux?
Sure. Yeah, why not?
Is this Karina's fault?
Yes.
Probably.
It's always Karina's fault.
But you know who's fully adopted it? August Hart.
Of course.
That tracks.
Oh.
He's the substitute teacher.
Nope, don't like that.
No, I do like that because he is a Miss Frizzle levels of educator.
Oh God, no. We're not going on the August Hart field trip.
Think of the magic school bus in Malifaux.
Oh God.
There will be no survivors. Killing children is a Malifaux pastime.
Yep.
No, it's okay. It's okay. The magic school bus is now like an undead version of the cat bus from My Neighbor Totoro.
Anyway, Molly got to keep the Noxious Nephilim.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, no, that makes all the sense.
Bold the rest of Jack Dawes core box. We don't need to talk about those guys.
Yeah, does
Any guilty? We know.
any of
coming with them.
any of them felt weird leaving Outcasts? Because it didn't relate to me.
No.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. Anyways, yeah, Noxious Nephilim definitely goes with Molly.
Yep,
definitely goes with Molly. The
Very,
one
very
crime,
cute.
the one crime is that it doesn't have a name.
Agreed.
Yep.
She hasn't given it a name yet, which is
No, it's not. It's not in the fluff book. I specifically bought the Rezzers fluff book, one because I love my wife, but two, I wanted to see if Molly gave it a name now that it's strictly hers, and it's not. So that needs to be fixed. Jonathan, weird.
Sometimes it takes time for these things to figure themselves out. You know,
She's-
you gotta let them show their personality before a name can really fit.
Flipper got a name.
she's waiting until the perfect name comes to her. Gotta give it some time.
In the
Mhm.
other corner of Nellie's grammar school is the Noxious Nephilim who is learning to write, so it can pick a name.
There we go. I really
School
just
is
hope
cursed.
that whenever they get around to updating the nightmare boxes, that the Salty Sea Devil is adjusted to be a stand-in for this instead of the
Necromancy?
Necromancy,
the Rogue
don't-
Necromancy, because
Literally
anybody who
no-
has that nightmare set is gonna do that anyway. So I just hope that Weird makes that easier.
but we also need a Black Tongue, Black Parade Molly. Unless the Noxious Nephilim's not the totem. I thought the Noxious Nephilim was a totem.
No, it is. Yeah, you're
It
right.
is, yeah.
But both
Yeah.
Mollies are on a 30, so
Fair.
you just change out which card. It's
Yeah.
fine.
I put a pirate hat on the brain
Perfect.
on the staff.
Perfect. Done. No notes. Okay, yep, that's Noxious Nephilim. No one's surprised by that. White Rabbit Company left a big hat. I'm sure Nate's a little unhappy with
excuse
that.
me.
I get it. I have no good argument as to why they should stay with Big Hat. They fit better with Seamus. But
It was a great
man, my special boys.
Yeah.
But I get it. I especially as Seamus 2's totem, and like I glanced at their blurb in the Rezzer book, and kind of the thought process for them of like, oh, this guy, this Sebastian Baker guy, like he's our only client, and he comes in real messy. Let's just keep making him hats, and keep making us money, and we're not gonna question anything. We're just gonna keep making the hats. So yeah, I get it. I will forever be upset that I cannot brand them with Somer, but I understand.
Yeah. That is a
Plus,
sitcom I would watch, though.
I like having gremlins outside of the faction.
Yeah.
It is fun, despite
Gremlin
the fact that I also
proliferation.
really like the White Rabbit Company.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll give you a different tall boy.
Yes, I would like more weirdly gangly gremlins, please. Especially in Big Head. He's got some weird kids.
Who? Somer? Never.
Yeah.
Weird? Nah.
No, you proxy them as Georgie and Olaf.
Oh, that would be
Ooh.
good. Or Jebediah. because the hats pop out of the case.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
That works too.
I thought he was on 50.
No, he's a 40. Yeah, that almost works better.
Neat.
You just open the case and the hats pop out.
I like that.
The great thing about Weird is they're not at all anal about proxies, and the vast majority of tournament organizers don't care or are in agreement with you.
If it's even remotely reasonable, I've never had an issue with.
I'm gonna say something controversial. If someone does not allow you to use the giant anglerfish as a proxy for the Noxious Nephilim, they shouldn't be running Malifaux games. Go back to fucking 40K. Go fuck yourself.
You're not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, yeah. There's going to be zero confusion there.
This is the lukewarmest take you could possibly have.
Yep.
Maybe saying the person shouldn't play the game is a bit of a warmer take. That's what I was going for. But fight me.
They should go to Nellie's school and learn the error of their ways.
Oh, you mean the Trauma Factory?
Yeah, exactly. I thought the Trauma Factory was Malifaux itself.
Corpse Curator left Wastrel. Why
no
was
one
it
noticed?
No one. It made everyone in Wastrel extremely uncomfortable.
Why was it there?
Because it was in the catacombs and McCabe found it and then it wandered off.
It was one of those ones where, like, we're looking for two characters. These are the two characters. Some of the characters we haven't figured out how to pair them up, so we're just going to stretch as far as we can to come up with a shared model.
Yeah, it worked fine, but yeah, it went to where it was supposed to go.
Yep, for sure.
Vacuum sealed Palpatine did not really feel like he should be Wastrel at all whatsoever. It's great. It's a great experimental model. I'm still very uncomfortable with him, but.
I love him. I think he's great. I love that model.
Despite not having genitalia, he's still too naked for me.
Not the
He's just a little robot spider.
Yeah, the robot spider is the actual curator. He's just walking around with a skeleton.
I don't care.
His meat puppet could use pants.
Please put pants on your meat puppet.
You think a Palpatine's naked under that robe?
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay. He likes the airflow.
Once you're Emperor of the Galaxy, you're just free dogging it on the Death Star.
Look, the pants are load bearing for my mental health, okay? Palpatine is wearing pants.
Okay. Negotiation here. Palpatine's wearing booty shorts.
Sure, as long as he's got his dangles covered, that's fine.
That's what the robe is for.
I'd say booty shorts are great, or like butt flap long johns.
Yes.
I approve that he can have butt flap long johns as well. That's also fine.
He's got a little sleeping cap stuck in one of the pockets of the robe.
You just gotta have a trunk for the junk, if you will. Can't be flopping around. Anyways, the backup assistant left Whizbang.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine. Absolutely. Go ahead.
It's a direct reference to the other assistant, so making it the other totem. Sure, that's totally fine. I also understand any Von Stuck player who just uses the one for the other one. You're wrong, and you should use the gremlin. But if you don't have the gremlin, I get it.
It's fine.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess for references that forgot or don't remember, Von Stuck does not give a shit about his totem or even remember the guy's name. So his totem is
research assistant.
Research assistant, or
and then the
backup
is the gremlin. So yeah, honestly,
I absolutely love
the two being interchangeable makes perfect sense for the man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't actually know who's there helping him in the lab at any given time.
He does not notice.
Unless you're using Frankenstein, because then you should have Igor.
I mean, I'm still going to use my backup assistant for the other one, but I also have Igor.
Yeah.
But also, like, again, survive one day at the university, or 1 year at the University of Transmornis. Then I'll bother to learn your name.
That's also entirely fair.
The research assistant has been there for 2 years and he still hasn't learned the guy's name.
Well, be more memorable then.
His legal name, his given Christian legal name is an actual fact research assistant.
Mm.
His parents hated him.
I thought you were going to call him Carlos.
He does, yeah.
Carlos, research assistant Johnson.
How would you describe his teeth, Victoria?
Like a military cemetery.
Thank you. Love you.
He's perfect hair.
So rogue necromancy left the forgotten keyword, and no one noticed.
I did.
I think you know.
It's a little sad.
I mean, I
noticed
my baby.
Silly chimera pet, but
yeah.
I mean, yeah,
but
also
the food bills were just getting outrageous.
Also, I could absolutely just see Dougie being like, "That's mine."
Yeah, hey, wait a minute! I was using that. I need those bits.
Give it back.
Turns out now that he's not traveling back and forth between his guild office and his Reser office, he notices when things go missing more.
Not his Reser office.
He has more time for his special needs dog.
Yeah.
This is insinuating that the Chihuahua isn't also special needs.
Nah, the Chihuahua you can kick around like that thing's invulnerable. The rogue necromancy had like it was like a high energy pet that Molly needed to take care of for a while when McMorning couldn't.
Yeah,
like McMorning was just his work hours were too intensive, and you can't hide a rogue necromancy while you're working in the morgue. The Chihuahua you can kind of get away with.
It's like getting a husky when you live in an apartment. Is that
exactly?
Yeah.
It doesn't help that the rogue necromancy has hip dysplasia too.
The rogue necromancy screams as much as a husky does,
but it has 3 heads to do it with.
Yep.
Takes it out to relieve itself and appease on the hydrant, and the hydrant melts, so she's running out of hydrants in the quarantine zone. Okay, the rogue necromancy leaving forgotten means that Molly has more space for weird little guys, which I think is the most important thing here.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Drowned left around me. Jakuna left around me. Kari left around me. Ferryman left around me.
The Great Divorce.
Yep.
Hey, Karai, your keyword was too big. Give some to some other people.
It's like they're your children too, Francis.
Jackdaw gained a whole separate wet theme.
50-50 custody.
A moist theme.
So what you need to do, all you out there that have your Jackdaw 2s, is that you just need to go over them with gloss varnish so they're wet.
Yeah. I want to gloss varnish my Jack 2. Make him damp.
Either soaking wet or sweaty. That's what it's going to look like.
Yep. My harebrained theory, because like Drowned and Jakuna, especially Jakuna became the totem for Jack 2. Those two associated, totally get it, especially if you're going to give Jackdaw the whole Drowned theme. My harebrained theory on Kari being the Ashes of Malifaux, like dual keyword one. Most of those weren't split. This one was. Here's my harebrained theory on why. They realized that putting Kirai and Kari in the same crew was a really bad fucking idea.
Just linguistically, right?
Just for for clarity's sake. I'm playing Kirai. I'm going to activate Kari. Kari? No, Kari.
Third
God
base.
Damn it. And now we're on third base again. And the boat has to go with Kari.
Anchor or shears?
Perfect. No notes.
I would also like to take the time to point out that Kirai is unnecessarily hot.
So many models are unnecessarily hot. Like every edition they get hotter. Like what is 5th edition going to be? Just like
it's just going to be pinup calendars, and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
And I'm here for it. It's fine.
I want pinup Molly to paint on the side of my B-52 bomber. Okay.
Yeah.
We have pinup Molly to paint on the side of your 52 bomber. It's on the saloon deck.
Yeah.
But she could be more pinup. We could have more. We could get more. We could have more.
That also means we're going to need some kind of Scotsman so you can paint their beefcake pinup on your King's Empire Titan.
No, that's just Toll. I don't give a shit what Weird says his lore is. He's Scottish to me because I want him to be.
I could definitely see him being Scottish.
God, he's the demo man.
He's from the Empire.
Right?
It doesn't say where in the Empire he's from.
He's from the Empire and he's wearing blue, which kind of he's Scottish. Fuck anyone that says different.
Make him a Scotsman.
Yep.
It's funnier that way.
I'm here for it.
Harold McToll.
Harold Toll. The Mick is silent. Unlike Harold Toll.
It's the only thing silent about him.
Half of him is silent but deadly. Okay.
That's true. He does have a silent half.
Okay. Let's see. Enslaved Spirit is left versatile.
Yeah, and the Gwison. They both just
And
became Yuramis.
Fine.
Probably good.
Like, Yurami bled a lot, so I'll give her a few things back. Or call her own. Yeah. Not a ton here that's very controversial. Well, no, hold on. We got to the lost models. I've got beef.
Fair
Because
enough.
I'm a special boy. Okay.
Okay.
Experimental is too small of a keyword.
I don't disagree.
You got to give him time to work up new experiments.
I do agree. I don't love the loss of the guild autopsies. Even though, again, he's not really a mortician anymore, so
I mean,
I
he
get
could
why
still
they
have
remove them.
he could still have some bodies hanging around.
Let's
Sure.
be honest. Guild Guard is probably one of the most easily acquired corpses in Malifaux.
Well, they removed the guard patrol too, so clearly they're not.
Not anymore.
Yeah, they're all dead now.
They're all dead.
They're all gone.
They're only corpses.
Oh no! All the guard patrol got raptured. That's the only explanation. I can't wait to read this in the guild book. McMorty's just like, why can't I find a guard patrolman to turn into an autopsy anymore? These are hard times. Meanwhile, over in the Dashel story, my men! They've gone to heaven? That doesn't seem right.
What am I supposed to write on the requisition form for new ones? Under the "why do you need this" line.
Act of God.
Which
Only
one?
way to avoid insurance paying you money. I don't know. I would like to cause some kind of disaster to a point where an insurance company would write it off as an act of God. Anyways, so we only lost 4 models, and half of them are experimental. That being said, let me pull up the exact number here because I mentioned it earlier.
Well, just 2 of them are experimental.
And
That's half of 4.
That
Yep.
is in fact half of 4.
That's a good point.
yeah, this is why I
That's
brought
how
up the
math
whole
works.
hireable models versus mechanical models, because experimental, if you look at it, comes up with 13 results, which is actually, I think,
Fairly
maybe
normal.
above average.
However.
Extremely normal. However,
That's deceptive.
there's bisections and last bites, which you can
Don't
only
count.
get from the leftovers.
Yep.
And there are little gassers, which are hireable quotes. I do not count any peon as a hireable
They're
model.
essentially a marker, yeah. They're not a hireable model. If you're hiring a gasser, you are a goofy little weirdo, and I love you, but also make better choices.
But also you're
Yeah.
wrong.
And so
If you want to
that
play
brings,
Gremlins that bad, play Bayou.
that brings it down to 10.
Which is
Which
pretty
is-
low.
Not great, but also this is a summoning key. Well, one of the versions of the master is a summoner.
Yeah.
And yeah, technically you can summon the little gassers, but you can also do that through just triggers.
Yeah,
So-
they just show up.
You effectively have 2 models you can summon, so Tony has a higher summoning pool than you.
That's fucked. Yeah, hopefully McMorning gets some stuff, but yeah.
So that is to say, now that I'm done with my first, or close to finishing my first and 10, we still need to get that game in, Nate. With Frontier, I'm moving on to another slightly underpowered keyword with experimental, and just been enjoying painting them, but also just noticing some holes in there.
As someone who's played a couple games with experimental, it is a fun keyword, but yeah, it definitely is lacking in choices.
I'm sure we'll get those soon.
Yeah, which hopefully they give McMorning something creative to make up for the lack of bodies.
Technically, also a loss currently because they don't have a card as nurses. Which
Oh yes, also lost the nurses,
Yep.
we were assuming that they're going to show up later.
and they're not going to be in his keyword. So
I do also want to say the greatest mental image in a trigger I've ever seen is in Dr. McMorning, and that is the malpractitioner version. That is the Soulstone trigger on his scalpel attack. This is off the table. This is surgery, which lets you summon zombie chihuahua.
yep, yep.
I don't think anyone's going to argue that they just love that idea. Fucking little shit-ass dog jumps on the table, probably steals a piece of the corpse that's important.
Oh, yeah.
Grabs a finger or something at least.
Mm-hmm.
Important his way down.
He's got the nards. Get him.
The body doesn't need those anymore.
He heard it was a bone. I love myself. Okay, so thought here, actually, if I had my choice, I would keep the guild autopsies as another summonable model.
Sure.
And how the fuck was that supposed to? Either that or make like bisections and last bites summonable, but still keep the exact same number of them you can normally have.
So like, if you get why they wouldn't go with that, just because it's such a wacky line, but I could see the argument for it.
As much as I like little gassers, I would have preferred to have guild autopsies exist as like a cheap model, and then have little gassers go to be like proxies for last bites. That's my thought. Anyways, well, we lost Rotten Bells, merged them with our lovely debutantes, and we all agree that's probably for the best.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we don't have Anryu anymore because despite losing a bunch of models, Arami still had a ton of shit.
Yep. Yeah. She's got plenty of ghosts. We don't need these two other ghosts.
Weirdly, there are plenty of ghosts in Malifaux.
I mean, except ghosts aren't real, so, you know.
Yeah, somewhere Von Stuck is just yelling into his Aethervox about how ghosts don't exist.
He just has like an InfoWars kind of Voxcaster show. He's a podcaster. He's a podcast bro. Yep. Screaming about how ghosts aren't real.
When everyone in Malifaux has had at least one run-in with a ghost.
It's surprising enough you can still shoot them off with brooms.
Yeah, I can see that. The first one's really scary. After that, if they're not like immediately running after you with a cleaver, you're like, go away.
Yeah, go on now, get.
All right, that's Rezzers. Another fairly uncontroversial faction.
Yeah, most of that made sense.
Now Bayou.
Yay!
Yay! First up, Zoraida left Neverborn, now is full Bayou. Makes perfect sense. The best,
we
best
kept
idea
her, I
ever.
guess.
You kept her, but I haven't seen the lore if she's involved in that at all. But I still like you kept her, but you're still at arm's reach because she's still a human.
You're here, but you ain't a gremlin. And that's fine, I guess. We'll take all your weird swampy creatures too, since you all live here, I guess. Yeah, that gives us Zoraida, Juju, Waldgeist,
Will-o-wisps,
Will-o-wisps, ads, not Bannersench,
black snaky guy, Grootslang. Yep, Grootslang's not on this list, but Grootslang came along with
Grootslang, ads, Will-o-wisp, bunch of Neverborn stuff that all was Zoraida stuff. Sure, it's fine. They live here, and there's weird stuff happening in the Neverborn faction, so makes sense, I suppose. We're not the Gremlins faction.
Are you saying this is an asylum situation?
We'll see. We'll see. We'll keep the old witch around, I suppose. She's funny at the very least.
It's not on this list, so I'm assuming I was just completely wrong about it. But Sammy was never Swamp Fiend, was Sammy?
Nope. She was Whizbang, but
I think she'd make a good proxy though if she's not a fucking totem for.
She is a totem.
Yeah. I was saying that's the only reason I feel like it would be kind of awkward as a proxy.
Oh, it's like as a Zoraida proxy? Yeah.
Yeah.
You used to probably get away with it. Again, if Ophelia's not on the board, who's going to question Sammy being your weird witchy witch?
Exactly. So, Zoraida went over, replacing the Sky Pirate, which Nate is still probably a little upset about, but it makes sense.
There will always be like a percentage of me that is a little upset about it. But
Nate is a lot more controlled and able to like not fly off the handle for entertainment purposes about this. So we did good job, Nate.
I live in a world where I own basically everything in the game anyways, because that's how much I like the game as a whole.
Fuck you and your no kid money.
I haven't lost access to these characters in a faction that I could also just play. So I can't be that mad about it.
Nate also got all his aggression out with cowards.
Yes, I had the cowards arc, so, you know.
Yep.
God, that was so
his
beautiful.
character progression is
Yeah.
By the way, we are becoming a 10-year-old podcast in a month.
God.
We're so old and mature.
Right, I asked someone for
Like a
advice
fine
on
wine.
logo changes because I feel like we can maybe update our logo after 10 years.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So in 6 more years, the podcast can drive. How much does it cost to send a podcast to college?
Oh, don't ask me. I've got a kid that could possibly go to college in 4 years.
God.
Oh, I'm so old. Anyways, Judd and Huddy left Cavalier. I can't read. Judd and Huddy left the caviar keyword.
Would have been kind of fun
sense.
to leave them in Cavalier, but also I'm happy to keep them in Angler. Another situation where I don't love them as the totem for Clampets too.
Same.
I would have preferred them in the crew, but it's also fine. So
yeah.
What exactly are you hunting with the watch? I guess anything
some big
in that
nasty
vicinity.
fish, I guess.
Yeah, whatever you want is the question, I think.
Whatever is over in that direction.
It's like fish.
Everything.
It's dynamite fishing, but on land.
Yeah, it's like using a Gatling gun for a sniper rifle. It's fine.
Yeah, especially since it's now divested from Cavalier, which is all the whole thing about like artillery and whatnot. I'd like the concept of like these guys just have a Hwacha, which is very much a 10 Thunders weapon of war. Where did they get it?
From the 10 Thunders.
Yeah. It just makes me ask that question of like, why do gremlins have a Hwacha?
We'd be stealing shit.
They do be stealing shit. That is kind of their thing a little bit.
I do love that you can really say, if I had a nickel for every gremlin that was riding something called honey, I'd have two nickels. That's not a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
It happened twice.
Judd heard Ulix was riding a giant pig called Honey and said, "That's a great name for something to ride."
Let's see. Samuel LaCroix left Whizbang.
Yep, stuck with her family. She's Ophelia 2's totem now.
Yeah. I liked the dual keyword. That's
yeah, but she's also packaged in a box with a bunch of other kin models. So
fair.
That's just going to be Ophelia's box, and that is a very distracting Odin. Look at this boy.
Rowan's been replaced by a cat.
Yeah, he's just a big...
No one noticed.
A big Maine Coon.
Yep. Who is very distracted by my mouse cursor.
A goofy boy.
Flying piglets are no longer infamous because Infamous left, but also they're totem now.
Wong needed them for the magic show. They're very central to one of his acts.
They're very important to make Wong a reflection of Colette, apparently.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can see the just a little bit of disappointment in your eyes at that, Nate.
Yeah, I don't love it.
So what?
But it's so fun.
I was upset when I had that realization that it literally has one version of him where his stage manager is his totem, and the other version has 3 flying creatures.
Here's a thought: if we didn't make them totems, I would be very happy to fuse them with stuffed piglets, but also make a new model called Flying Stuffed Piglet.
They could just do that. Just make a third one. Fuck it, why not?
Even more
the
piglets.
next one needs to be a water type.
Make those, but give them to Zip. Zip was like, I need the best of both worlds.
They're the guidance system for the pianos.
Okay, Old Cranky left Big Head. That's
he's been around the course. He's a kin model now, which is interesting. I don't have any strong feelings about this one. I like that he's still around. I could have seen them just getting rid of him. So like, I don't know. He's just kind of big chilling with Ophelia now, and that's fine.
like it's a case of Kin needed models and Big Head didn't.
Probably. Kin has a lot of like Kin's a little top heavy. You got a lot of like 7s, 8s, 6, 7s, 8s. So he's a nice little 5.
That's what it is. Fuck. He's the abuela.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Also that.
Yeah.
He's also literally the abuela of the keyword. That is also fair.
I like to think of it as in Big Hat, like he was just so old that nobody remembered how he was related. And he just finally got tired of all the noise. So he went over to hang out with the kin.
The secret lore that nobody knows, Somer and Ophelia are siblings.
Oh, God.
I don't. No.
I'm going uncle and niece.
They're like half siblings, though.
I'd be okay with that.
Fair enough.
Sure.
Old Cranky got around in his younger days.
The Bayou Smugglers Lip Bandit.
Yeah, they're infamous, versatile Bayou models. They're
no one cared.
Yeah, I think that's fine. It was there was a lot of they were pulling in a lot of different strings. They're fine versatiles. They're fine infamous models. They didn't also need to be bandits. Even though, again, it would be nice if Zip and Parker shared something. Now that they actually share a faction, but fully.
They're sharing spit, is what they're doing.
Besides that,
and also the faction.
One singular strand of spaghetti is what they're.
I think either of them have the culinary ability to make spaghetti.
No, but the first mate does weirdly. No, Parker is a disaster. He cannot. Parker can burn spaghetti, and Zip doesn't even know what a fucking noodle is.
You gotta say it was Earl, and they're forcing him to sing while they're eating.
Did they also find an accordion?
I have to do what?
Or not Mad Dog. Doc Mitchell doesn't know what seasoning is. Mad Dog over-seasons everything.
Yep.
Mad Dog dumps Tabasco.
Yeah, Mad Dog's favorite seasoning is just Tabasco.
Tabasco and
Tabasco.
ashes.
That is 100% a Tabasco man if I've ever seen one. That man uses a bottle for a whole meal.
Yep. He just breaks up the uncooked noodles, shakes them up in the Tabasco bottle. Drink.
Oh, God. Every Italian just wants to kill him. He's
I
wanted
think a
by
lot
the
of people
Pope.
just want to kill Mad Dog.
The Vatican has a warrant out.
Not even. There's a warrant out for culinary crimes.
The Holy Roman Empire. They're not even an empire anymore, but they came back just to try to arrest this man. He's too powerful.
Gotro Bocors left the Swamp Fiend keywords. Aesthetically, I feel like they fit with the Swamp Fiend keyword better, but Swamp Fiend keyword was fucking huge, as we established.
Yeah, they're magic gremlins. They're just a different brand of magic.
And also, fewer of them die somehow in Wong's magic show than hanging around.
I don't know about all that. That's a bold take.
Zoraida would absolutely just throw them in soup if she got annoyed one day.
Okay, fair enough. Wong eats less of them than Zoraida does.
Yes.
And that's the day the fucking Yedza shows up. She's got to smack them as they fucking come up from the soup.
Yeah.
By the way,
they've decided they would rather not have eyebrows ever again than be soup.
Most gremlins don't have eyebrows, so that's fine.
Exactly.
Slight spoiler for the Arcanists lore, but I absolutely love that now Yedza resurrecting things around her as a mild convenience for everyone else is a running joke.
Hell yeah, excellent.
Man.
Yedza feels like the kind of character who can just show up in any book.
Yep.
I'm here too. What's up? Your stuff's alive again.
She did.
My bad.
She fucking did.
Yeah, I love that for her. Of any character.
Why?
Would you like a Werther's original?
Yeah, would you like want a piece of candy?
Okay. Gotro Bacor's survivors, Sparks, and the Mecha Choppa left Foundry. That's fine.
Yeah, they all consolidated to Trixie because they're all going to be core box models. So makes sense.
I'm gonna miss the mech chop.
That's fair. Yeah, the intermingling was cute, but an unfortunate casualty of the edition change and Ma's theme more solidly becoming a robot thing.
Yep.
What I feel like what we should do is come up with our own proxy list, like the unofficial proxy list.
Mm-hmm.
Mech Chop is new Gracie.
No, Mech Chop could have been a good Rogue Golem or Boilermaker.
Yeah, I mean, if you're willing to pop him off his base, he'd be a great Kamino as well. I think he could fit onto a 40 reasonably.
He's a bit wide. If I'm not mistaken. I don't know, but
you could make it work with creative basing.
Sparks could be a good Neil. If you don't have Neil, if you're playing Foundry.
Yeah, I mean, that's something one of us does for an afternoon.
Yeah, there's been a few things I've thought of where this would also be a perfectly acceptable stand-in if you already had it laying around.
Yeah, we're technically can't say that it's a proxy, but if you didn't think about it that way, it makes perfect sense.
The Steam-powered Scoundrels official proxy list.
Wednesday.
Wednesday up in jail. Look at that flicky tail. Very upset.
She's always her tail
purring.
is always going. She is never not flicking her tail.
True. Sniff, sniff, sniff.
She does not care about air cow.
Whee!
All right, let's see. A whole bunch of shit left swamping. Silurid's got spawn mother.
Yep, all the frogs, all those frog catfish creatures.
They went to versatile instead, which was fine.
Yeah, kind of odd, but also that's fine. They just kind of exist in the Bayou. There's more than just the ones that Zoraida controls, and she can still control them.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
I'll less directly her thing.
I'll bring it up later. I've got stuff to talk about them. Swine curse to the left, Sui.
I won't rant about this.
No, rant. Go ahead.
No,
God knows how many times I've ranted.
I mean, legitimately, I have no rant about this. The whole issue I had last edition is that they didn't make sense if they didn't have the pig keyword. The pig keyword doesn't exist anymore, and the way they operate works just fine as like a thing that Wong creates.
Yep.
It was the fact that they were in both keywords but didn't operate in a way that made sense that chapped my ass last edition. This edition,
But
I love them. They're great. They work just fine as just a whiz bang model.
Yep.
If you were valedictorian at griping school like I was, you could complain about all the work you put in to finally put the pig keyword on them for them to just completely take them away from that keyword entirely.
The pig keyword doesn't exist anymore, so it's fine.
Oh,
I'm a chill guy.
fuck you.
The native bides.
Take
The
the
native bites.
softball, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm not mad about it, surprisingly.
Tanuki left 10 Thunders. It's great. Everyone celebrated.
Yeah, we get to keep our
Yay.
raccoons.
Gotta
Hooray.
keep your raccoons.
I might need to rebase them.
The
Make them less
Volgeists left the fake keyword and
Or just Swamp
Neverborn
Fiends
faction.
and our Bayou.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that seems fine.
it's fine.
It was,
Fade in
again,
for the
another
name.
core box model that had another keyword choice that,
It was-
because they were trees. Okay, cool. Sure,
It
whatever.
was slightly weird they were in Fey to begin with because like the only sort of sentient plants they had was just shit surrounding the Autumn Knights and Ashlyn.
Yeah.
So Shoujo left Ki and Gong.
Well, naturally, we have Nia to keep her company.
Yes.
Having finally, after waiting far too long, actually having read the Life of the Party story, Shoujo being just Trichai makes perfect sense.
Yep. But also I feel like despite them being courtesans, she was forced to put clothes on. And
She just doesn't fuck with that.
no one in
not-
Trichai cares.
Exactly.
Skies out, thighs out. Taxidermist left Whizbang to go to Versatile, same with their stuffed piglets.
This
I think
is
that's
Yeah.
fine.
I think taxidermist would have been fine to leave in Whizbang, but I get if you're just moving the whole package out, that's fine as well.
Yeah,
They
we had this
work well
conversation
enough.
last weekend. Yeah, of essentially they still kind of feel like they could fit in the Whizbang keyword no problem, but if they want to,
you're not losing that much.
exactly, if they want to open the taxidermy practice / doctor shop elsewhere, that's fine.
Okay. Only 3 lost models, and some of them are technically not lost. You just had to toss some of them away. The young LaCroix is now a singular model.
2 out of 3.
Banjanistas are no longer in Big Hat. They're just count as proxies for Bayou Gremlins.
Bayou Gremlins.
I am. This may be the one I'm most. I don't even want to say upset by. Like, it just makes me sad.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
You can be upset by it.
But I'm not upset. Like, I get why they did it, but I am just like, those models had
They were
so
fun.
much character.
yeah,
you could do
little
something
gremlin
with them.
musicians.
Yeah, that thing we don't have enough of.
Yeah,
And quite frankly, they're too cool to be just Bayou Gremlins.
yeah, I don't disagree with that. Also, like with I've gone over my thoughts on the young LaCroix. They should have got a new model.
I will say that it looks like Big Hat's sitting at 12 models, and one of those models is just Bayou Gremlins, which
A
shitload
shitload
count,
of
so
Bayou
that's
Gremlins.
11.
Yeah. Big Head is also a little short on choices. It's a fine keyword, but yeah, a lot of the models in the keyword are gremlins.
Bayou Gremlins and Haberdashers, which means that they're technically a 10 model keyword. That's for supposedly the biggest clan in the Bayou. That's
Yeah,
not great.
yeah. It's losing again, it's a weight of models you have to carry around with all the gremlins and the haberdashers, and because you need all those, and you're gonna have Jeb and this, that, and the other. Like, they still probably could use another minion, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm with Roman on this one. Losing the Bandanistas is kind of rough.
Here's an offer. Jeb goes full other keyword, and you get the Bandanistas back. Would you take that?
That hurts.
Make it go Jeb versatile.
I'm okay with that. That'd be great.
Jeb, that might be breaching on auto hire in any keyword territory, though, because Jeb's really good if he operates about the same way he does. But
we're assuming that he would be designed as a versatile model.
Sure.
Okay. Then you could have made him jockey. Just saying.
I'm just trying to fill a Gracie-shaped hole in my heart with a haberdasher.
That's what everyone needs to bitch about. Another overpowered jockey model.
Bushwhackers are also no longer with us.
They're also a Bayou Gremlin proxy. I disagree. I don't disagree losing the Bushwhackers. I disagree with the proxy choice. I use my Bushwhackers as LaCroix Raiders.
Lovely.
Were they originally?
No, they were Bushwhackers originally.
No. Oh. What were they originally? What keyword were they in?
Trixie. They were Miles Corbox.
Okay, so they're a sacrifice to aesthetics because we need to shift Trixie over to being the weird science
robot keyword. Yeah,
robot keyword. Another thing that could have just gotten a big hat, I feel like.
Yeah, I could have seen that too. But yeah, I use them as LaCroix Raiders. I think they make perfect sense in that role because they're kind of in like stealth gear, so more like a stealth raid.
Yep. And also, this has nothing to do with the fact that I think Bayou is one of, if not the biggest factions model-wise in the game.
We got a lot of little guys.
So that's all of Bayou. The last thoughts. I'm not going to end it.
You said you had more Silverred thoughts?
Yes. Okay. Let me go back up. First up, one thing I got wrong during our first episode is that technically Neverborn did lose models in that we lost the spare versions of the Mauler, the Snake, and the Cerberus.
Sure.
Yeah. I just still, in my brain, consider those blues, so I didn't really think about that when I was filling out the list. But something that I was looking at like an hour before we were going to record this and came across is like, some factions have too many versatiles, I feel like. If I had to put like a definition on, I feel like versatile shouldn't outnumber the number of models in most keywords.
It's fair.
Yeah.
And so it's just like a little bit of extra onto this episode. I want to discuss like what would we get rid of in the keyword in the factions that have way too many versatiles. First up, actually, Arcanists have a lot, partially because of the fucking golems.
The golems and the gammon take up a lot of space on that list.
Yeah,
and
so
quite frankly, they shouldn't be on that list.
They shouldn't.
Seems like an odd choice. I don't know why they're versatiles. And then also, technically, you have Vogel and other Vogel. That's one model. You can discount that.
Yeah.
So I think if you cut the golems off the list and you don't count Vogel, this is a perfectly fine list of versatiles.
Yes. Next up, Rezzers. Rezzers have quite a few.
Yep.
Rezzers. I'm only showing 10. Are there more that's not showing up when I search it?
What are you using?
The app.
Let me see. One sec.
Some stuff just might not be coming up.
Let's see. Dead Rider, Old Hop, Grave Golem, Asura Rotten, Carrion Emissary, Mortimer, Oscar, Botch Anomaly, Ezekiel, Sloth, Gravedigger, Bone Pile, Dapperling, Carrion Fate, Effigy.
Oh yeah, there's just some stuff not showing up.
Yeah. That's the one thing wrong with the app is like being able to pick out versatile is harder than it needs to be. Theoryfo has got it all up there. But I feel like one of these is the most glaring issue, and that's bone piles. No one likes assembling those.
Oh, but I love bone pile.
They're adorable.
Okay. No, okay, if we get rid of Bone Pele, then let's toss Mortimer. He's kind of a weird one out.
You could absorb him into experimental.
Fair. Sure.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to diet some of these things.
He can talk enough to make up for Sebastian being quiet.
If we move Mortimer over to experimental and throw out Bone Piles at 13, that's a lot more reasonable. I guess the last one would be kill the Grave Golem and make him a proxy for Old Hob.
Yeah, the two of them are kind of redundant. I know they do different things, but yeah, I don't disagree with that.
Yep.
And for the most part, I want to try to avoid removing anything that was introduced in 3rd edition, if at all possible. So that was them, and then let's see, what was Neverborn at?
Neverborn's probably got a bunch.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Oh, Neverborn works fine.
It's a bit. It's slightly over the line as far as like compared to a keyword. I'm bringing that up mostly because I want to piss someone off by saying we don't need Vasilisa and the Wicked Dolls.
Oof. Oof.
I realize there's some people that are just still upset about the loss of puppets, but if we needed to get rid of some models, I feel like they would be the easiest to proxy. You could just turn Vasilisa into Klaus and the Wicked Dolls into red caps.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Also,
what else on the
Teddy
split
being
are you getting rid
versatile
of?
is cute, but like
You already have the Syzygy
probably
sisters
just make Teddy keyword.
Yeah, and I think half the reason Teddy's cute is he's iconic to the faction. The other half is because if you don't let Baby Cade and him be in the same crew, people will be upset.
Just give Cade an extra rule for that.
Exactly. That's easy to fix. But yeah, no, I agree that especially Neverborn, I don't care so much that there's so many of them, but I feel like within their bench of versatiles, they have like multiple things for the same different role pretty easily.
Okay.
Wicked Dolls and Changelings, for instance, just dirt cheap scheme running things.
I mean, you got Wicked Dolls, Red Caps, and Changelings.
Yeah. Whereas, like, if you look at, for Arcanists, for example, we're saying take out the golems and the gammon that really shouldn't be there other than flavor, I guess. Like, they have a decent amount, but they're many of them are like all 7 costs, 7 or 8, and you're missing a few roles to fill in there easily.
Okay, let's see. Outcasts are fine. We'll save the biggest for last. 10 Thunders has like 14, 15, 14. Depends on if you count Katashiro as their own thing, which I wouldn't really do.
Yeah, that's like a summon. That doesn't really count.
You could get rid of Fuhatsu, just saying. You could get rid of Fuhatsu or make Obsidian Statue or the Terracottas as just exclusively...
You could also just make Komainu exclusively Foundry. They don't need to be versatile.
Oh, they are? Okay, yeah, that's also a good option.
Yeah. That seems unnecessary. Yeah, like I think you'd do that, maybe shave Fuhatsu at some point, but again, or just make Fuhatsu misguided, just make that a different character at that point, but regardless.
Right.
Otherwise, not too bad a list. Katashiro don't really count.
And the big fucking list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22? Plus Gups? Bayou's got way too many fucking versatile models.
Bayou Gremlins are also a versatile model, which also is incredibly stupid. Like, I get it because they're like, they are the core, like, they're the core character of the faction. They do not need to be a versatile model. Who is hiring a 2-stone Bayou Gremlin versatile?
The same people who are hiring a gammon.
Idiots. No.
Yeah.
I'm not going to insult anyone that hires them. I just like cringe at the thought of, oh, I hired this. It's dead.
Yeah. And again, and at that point, you've already either skipped hiring the effigy or have hired the effigy and now are also hiring Bayou Gremlins. You are some kind of crazy. You are some kind of person beyond my level of crazy. I don't hire Bayou Gremlins in Somer. Why are they versatile?
If you can make them like summonable amongst themselves, or have other versatiles summoning them, a decent amount of versatile summoning, I could see. Just to say, hey, this goes along with all the other versatile models because it's something they summon.
That kind of would have been my first thought, but nothing else summons them.
What if they were 1 stone? Is that a possibility at all?
That would be kind of funny, actually. 7 stones worth of little shitheads.
Yeah, I'd be game with that.
That
I would
might
at
actually
least
be
see-
decent, actually.
So like one of the big issues, obvious issues, and something that can't change is the fact that you have 8 jockeys
Jockeys who are all
bloating
different
that
keywords.
list.
Yeah.
So you can't get rid of any of them because they're brand spanking new. My one thought was that we don't make them versatile, we make them the 9th keyword.
Yep.
Because we know we're getting nine keywords.
That's where my Black Dragon's supposed to go, Doug.
Black Dragon. She's riding the dragon.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, there we go. Fine, I fixed it for you. You're welcome. So no, to bring it back, I'd be okay with getting rid of Spawn Mother and Gups. They're kind of mediocre models, and they're all just different versions of Silurid, really. And it's not like you need Spawn Mother for a beater. And obviously, the only time you're getting Gups is if you bring the Spawn number. This is just me. Like, I don't necessarily want to get rid of them, but the 20 something versatile models is too much. What are we tossing? And I feel like no one's going to raise too much of a stink if you get rid of the Spawn Mother and Gups box.
Honestly, also on that front, like, and as a lover of this model, Pegapult could just be Whizbang.
Fair, yeah.
It could just be a
Ouch.
thing you could hire out of keyword for 9 and be fine, but also just be in keyword and be good.
Yeah,
Like,
that's fair.
Honestly, like, again, as a professional Pegapult lover, that thing could probably just be in keyword. But you put that in keyword. Stuffed piglets and Bayou gremlins don't really count.
Oh, get rid of smugglers.
You think just get rid of the smuggler? I'll just put the smugglers over in Outcasts. Make them.
Yeah, that or just get rid of them. Like, I've never seen anyone give a damn about smugglers.
They're a weird card,
and I think they're from 2nd edition, so like that doesn't break my nothing
like
in
late
3rd
2nd
rule.
edition. Yeah.
Like anything that's roughly around the steam fitters can go because steam fitters left. So yeah, fuck them. Not fuck them. Like they're cool. I love Cocaine Gator, but again, it's a case of like shedding the chaff and what's going to cause the least amount of stink. And I don't think anyone really particularly loves smugglers.
I like the idea of them, but yeah, they're mechanically they're a bit odd.
Any other thoughts? I think we can probably just wrap this up now.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
good.
That was a good recording. Funny.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. But now we got to actually come up with something new for the next episode. We'll get creative. And then like we'll probably have like some kind of celebration episode because again, the 10-year anniversary.
Yay!
Yep.
10 years.
Legally,
All the more reason
best
you should
Malifaux
come see
podcast.
us at Good Things Happen.
Yes,
10 years.
please.
Yes.
Steamboat Scoundrels.
We also understand that plane ticket prices are going to probably be absurd because of politics. So,
Yeah.
if
And we
you
don't
can
have
make it be
trains
great.
because of politics.
Yep.
Because of
So
politics.
clearly the answer is to form a network of tunnels.
Yes. We will
Purple.
hire some mole men.
Actually, I'm surprised we still have mole men.
I like
Yeah.
the mole men.
I like them too. They were just sort of an odd guy out. So it's one a case of like, if they were gone, I would not have been surprised. Anyways,
Also fair. Yes.
enough talking about this. Let's find something sillier to talk about next time. So, yeah, that's it for me. I have been your host, Douglas Scoundrels, of Steam-Powered Scoundrels fame, because everyone knows us, right? We're the most popular because we're the oldest. Or something.
People are aware of us.
People are aware of us.
Yeah.
Those guys. We're the dark part of the savannah from
They keep
Lion
coming
King.
back.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for being with me, Nate, rootin' and tootin'.
Ask me.
Victoria, who is probably still cold.
I'm always cold.
And Roman's evil twin Byzantine.
Yep. Next week, I'm sending Etruscan to take my place.
I fucking hate it.
He wasn't around for the jokes. I had to bring it back up. Okay. And thank you for listening to us. We'll see you next time. And as we always say, fun is always king. Enjoy your games of Malifaux.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Songs used in this production are Villainous Treachery and 5-Card Shuffle. All music is created by Kevin MacLeod and is licensed under Creative Commons.